Thokozani guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Lina Lameke QnA, and you are welcome to Leto Lekaone Nkosi. Guys, it's been a minute. It's been very hectic. Listen, it's been a very, very long year. This year had hands, guys. And shoo, I'm so tired. I've been going up and down, so let me try and get my breath, catch my breath, whatever the case may be. But then again, it's a very sad time because if you're being honest, a lot of people are literally just going through the most, guys. Honestly, people are going through the most. It's festive season, and this is a time where a lot of people should really be excited about going home. But it's just a mess. But this is the most anticipated video that people have been asking me to actually do. But because of being busy and going up and down, like it's just been a mess. Like today, I literally just took some time out and actually said, you know what, I'm literally gonna take this time to be in my zone, to rest, stay away from my phone, stay away from messages, stay away from consultations, patients, this and that initiates, because I mean, the more you pour from your cup, the more you need to recuperate and also literally pour back in, so you don't find yourself in a position whereby you are dry and you can't anymore, mental health issues and everything, like moya, everything, literally everything is just here. So I asked an anonymous Q&A, and there's a lot of questions, and I think they don't just deserve this channel. But anyways, I'm going to answer them as truthful as I can. And a young disclaimer, guys, anything that is spiritual or has to do with spirituality, I'm going to answer it according to my understanding, what I've been taught, and my experience, right? I'm not going to be here talking for everyone else, whereby my way is the only way. There's a lot of healers. We come from different bandes. We are taught things differently. Mihela respect, there's respect, and how things are done in certain ways might be similar and might be different here and there. So what I say here is not written on stone. Nikki Shebile on YouTube, she said, she did, she what, you understand. Let's get this also out of the way. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you for the support throughout this year. It's been a very, very hectic year. I think I've said this even last year, but yeah, no, honestly, it's been a very hectic year. But also another thing is this, guys, in as much as I send out videos, in as much as there's Leto is here to help people and guide people where people have a lot of questions about the spiritual world, right? And everybody shares their experiences. There's also a podcast, Leto, The Journey with QnA, which is available on all digital platforms, your Spotify, your Apple Podcasts, and Anchor, and so forth, right? But I'm not saying I'm doing these videos to actually I see y'all's DMs and all of that. Everyone will literally, I'm not gonna just take somebody on a blank head and say, okay, I don't work like that. And I don't do online consultations. I don't give consultations to kids 18 without their parents, because a lot of people see like these spiritual channels because maeto a go thwasa is a thing now. I'm not saying ke fashion, but it's happening a lot now. Like rona re thwasitse ka nako e leng gore it was not a thing. Like it was even weird when go twe ngwana wa thwasa. Like, why would your parents let you do that? But we are so exposed, like everything is out. There's too much information. A lot is just going on, guys. It's so hot. God, I should have literally brought my fan, but obviously it's just going to compete with my voice. And hopefully next year we grow, we expand, we get things that are needed to actually grow this channel and do more Dilanchon and all of that. You know, I'm super excited for next year. But also, as I was saying, I'm so random, sorry. Sometimes you watch Leto so much that you end up even dreaming of Duzabungaga, which is not the case. You can have spiritual gifts that don't need you to go Guyo Twasa. There's a calling, the spiritual gift. Not everything needs you to go epehlweni, guys. A lot of people are going to mafetlo, but then they end up coming out with nothing. Some of them are being used because how this is really what you want. Some people just do it to push vibes, for the money, because people are hungry. you know. So please also learn how to discern, because there's a lot of us now, babang, they're pushing this as a side hustle. A lot of people are just doing weird things out there, so please just be safe. I'm hardly on Facebook, guys. I see now there's somebody who's pushing Leetolene. There's somebody who's actually disguising as my pictures and all of that. I will never ask people for money online for vibes. My merchandise is not available anywhere else besides from me. Kore are ska e tlhakatlhakana kore go tlhakatlhakane man go se phete. I don't understand. But anyways, let's get into the questions. Some of the questions defeatile, because I mean these questions have been sitting here for quite some time. So I think I said if it that 2 weeks here, they get erased, right? So also there was a question that I really liked that says, how do I differentiate Bongani and me? Well, like, how do I balance the two? And the other one was that I come out moleto and literally be emotional and all of that. Guys, this is real. Like I say, at all. Because it's a process of you are dying and rebirth. You need to heal holistically. It challenges you. You face your demons. You find out a lot about yourself, and it's a very draining process. It's so hard. So when I'm overwhelmed, I'm not gonna pull out chair and be like, hey, it's all vibes and giving people the wrong impression. Me being real about it and everything that is going on is to also show people and fill them in. And I'm not even going to come out and be strong like I'm the best person to have done it. Listen, it's all vibes. The journey never stops. It's very overwhelming. It's emotionally taxing. Listen, it's a lot. You know, it's a lot. So how do I balance Bongani and me? It's a lot because we fight a lot, in a sense. Not really a lot, but I found a way, because Little Zilaka is all I've known. Like, I've lived with Little Zilaka for a very long time, and the fact that Little Zilaka is a man, but you need to understand that you have an understanding, because obviously certain things, like when I go out, I can't really sit with a lot of people anymore because I start picking up energies. I don't like doing hugs because I pick up energies. There's certain things, obviously, network certain spaces, doing certain things, and being allowed to do just certain things I want to do, because took me from the life that I had already imagined for myself. I had to come back from Turkey, do a lot of things I had not envisioned for my life. So it was a thing of having to put certain things aside to pursue certain things in order. A lot of people would say, why badimo ba sotla? Why how na le badimo tshwanetse sotle pele? It's the thing of badimo ha ba katla mo go rona ba gaetso, we are really going to run away. But they need to cause turmoil for you to run around and ask what is the problem. The moment you answer to your calling and do exactly what it is that is wanted from you, you will live a great life. There's a lot of healers that are literally living their life. Not because they're pushing this as a hustle, but they've done what their ancestors have asked of them, and now they can continue with their lives. Depending on because there are different reasons, like I have said in my previous videos and as well as my podcast. I think I have an episode where I talk about the different reasons why one would have to go epethlweni. But one thing for sure, once you do things according to what your ancestors have asked from you, and I'm not even doing this because I'm trying to literally get people to be believing in ancestors. We believe in different things. That's the beauty of life. So sometimes that is why even the Bible says we decide, we plan, but God decides. Sometimes it just works the same way. But the moment you do things accordingly and according to the book, there's just no way you will literally suffer. You will see yourself moving into a place that you've never imagined. You know, and not even understanding how you got there, not even knowing how to actually explain God's mercy and but this is a beautiful gift, especially when I heal people. That makes me so happy and brings me so much peace. But it comes with a lot, because you're a threat to people that have been in the industry for a while. Some people will think, patient. it's just life. That's just how it is. It's unfortunate that doesn't happen only mo bongakeng, but look buruting, look everything. But we all know gore bongaka has bad publicity because of everything that's been going on and people being told the wrong side or given the wrong side of it, right? But then again, let's get into it. The first question says, how many initiates do you have right now? I mean, after I say, and then what? I don't have 40 initiates, guys. I have enough. And all my initiates that I hear are initiates that were sent. If anything, I will never go and want to twalanga matwasana, guys, because being a Gobela is taxing. I think you guys have seen my other videos. Emotionally, physically, you always have to be present. Sorry, you always have to be present. So if you always want to be here when your life is literally just stagnant, whereby you have dreams of maybe flying out, you have dreams of staying abroad, maybe you had dreams of doing certain things, but time is not allowing. Having to always be here, it becomes really confusing. Oh my god, did I even finish answering that Gobela question, the Bongani question? See how random I am. Anyways, yes, like I said, you find a balance because you communicate with your idlos. You need to learn and understand idlos lakogut. What is it about? It's traumas. What does it want? What doesn't? Because we even still fight ka dijo till date. Certain things that he doesn't want me to eat, but I eat them because I want to, and I also know what after this zizo shub. But I'm not saying people should do that. But all I'm just saying, you need to find a balance, find common ground, and be able to accommodate and merge customize it. But yeah, when is Gogo no Matemba's homecoming, and are you gonna vlog it, guys? Everything will happen accordingly and as and when it happens. If there's a homecoming, obviously you'll know about it because I think we talk about it here. You guys know Gogo no Matemba. So when her homecoming is coming, you will know. Like I've said, Mathata, and there's a lot of things and events that we do. We don't only focus Mabonga King. You remember there's church events as well. And all of that. Some of the things, a lot of things I don't actually catch on the vlogs. I don't even show on later because certain things need to remain sacred. Yeah, you can't just know me like that. Like I share a lot, but I don't. Like you get it. So, like I said, obviously you haven't seen the homecomings, but things will just happen accordingly. And if you don't see something here, it's okay to ask, but let's also know our boundaries and when to ask certain questions. But if Gogo no Matemba goes home, definitely you'll get to hear about it, and I'll let you know if the homecoming is going to be videoized, because also you understand that we need to respect people's privacy. There are certain parents or families that don't feel comfortable maba videoiziwa. You understand? So also we don't want to override people's privacies or people feeling uncomfortable because they are no their journeys, but that's not the case. But also you need to consider certain things. But you will know. I don't think some people, okay, cool, that this was a comment, but it was saying, I don't think some people understand English, Claire. You've been saying you don't do online consultations, online dream interpretations, but people are failing to understand and stuff. For sure, you're tired of explaining and the same thing now and then. I literally have been saying the same thing, guys. I honestly have been. Do you miss Turkey? I sometimes do. But you understand that Turkey is a Muslim country, right? So I've learned a lot, and people that actually believe in what they believe in. I miss the place, shopping at night, the safety of that place, you know. Obviously, everything has its bad and its good, but I just miss feeling like I don't always have to literally watch over my shoulder, even though there's certain things that happened. But yeah, it's actually a beautiful country. You know, I miss shopping there. I miss the clothes. They have beautiful clothes. But also, that is a question that has nothing to do with spirituality. As we move on, I think I'll go into detail on my other channel. Or guys, I have another channel, Kawanongosi, that has to do with me, my life, travels, experiences, and all of that, right? So please do go follow that if you want to know other things about me and actually catch me on my chilled vibes teas. Guys. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Lina la make vibes. Right. So how do you start paddling when you don't have guidance and you feel like there's a gap nyana between you and your ancestors? Go paddla go simple. I wouldn't really say go simple like that, because some people would say ba paddla according to how it's been done ko magabone. But obviously the basics sa go paddla ke snefi ke re se tshweu, metsi le mpepo. You call ancestors from your paternal side and your maternal side, you speak, and then you're done. You don't really do need much guidance from there. Why when we pray the waiting becomes hard and it gets overwhelming? Okay, I'm gonna answer this as best as I think I could or I can. You understand that if you're going to ask God for strength will not just be coming in buckets. It's not gonna happen like that. If you ask for strength, God will give you challenges that will strengthen you. If you ask for botlhale, o tla heta mo dilong tse dintsi tse di tla go shapona tlhaloganyo gore o fitlhe go botlhaleng. So, gore something is happening, right? Ha o ra modimo re ke go pontwane le tla seng go ba dira le balotsana. The same people, the same friends and family that you thought were there for you, ba no re ke tlhoga tsala tlhoga khomo monwana le lenala, you see them acting shady. That's them being moved, because that was a prayer request and God is now revealing. So it's not about because we have expectations. How today, like tomorrow things will be all rosy. But the consistency part of it, and also understanding that the karabo is not always what you expect. So I think that might be the case. But also waiting your turn, because modimo o rile a re o tla go nesetsa pula ka nako e beilweng ke ene go lefatsheng la gago, o tla go dira tlhogo ka setlhole o nna mogatla. Because there are people that are literally living in a generation that was promised to be flourishing. So motho tla ba tlhagella hela dio tsa gagwe di itobetsa, batho ba simolla ba re oh my god o na le noga, he bathong ba bola batho ba irang ba ira. So a lot of things we really need to understand, right? Another question is, you are amazing and you make the world a better place by being in it. O ka re modimo le badimo ba ka go godisa letsatsi le letsatsi tlaseng go tshebeletso ya boporofeta. I hope you had a great day. Oh my god, thank you so much. That is so beautiful. That's what keeps me going in this hard trying times. Okay, o montle gore ke itebogisa lonang. Like, are you posting anything on Leto? So Leto post will really be slow because it's festive season and so basically a lot of things I really won't be doing besides training and being more balling, doing certain things, attending certain events that don't really need like me to be all like okay one. I also need to rest. We've seen that it's been a very long year, guys. So in the meantime, can you just also like watch old videos, the other ones that you haven't watched, don't skip ads. And then you can also go listen to my podcast later, The Journey with QnA, like I've said. So yeah, until next year, how do you deal with your mental health? Yo, am I even dealing? I don't know. Like I've said the last time when guys asked, there's certain things that you're fully equipped to do. You see yourself working into rooms or literally being able to do things when you feel that pain, your heart break, when you're asking God, when? And then one day you just wake up and that pain is not there anymore. I don't know, are you used to it now or you've just let time heal the wound? But it's a thing, when I actually write a lot. I think for those of you that know me from social media, I have quotes, especially on my Instagram at QnA and Twitter QnA_Ngosi. I write a lot. I have a diary and I started writing after my whole mental health journey, right? I was diagnosed with anxiety and major depression in 2017. So I started writing then because I had so much insecurities. If I write, what would people say? But or somebody's gonna pick up that thing, and then But I realized the more I start being gentle with myself, I speak nice to myself, the kindness that I expect from people I extend to myself. I take time out when I'm tired. I rest, I travel, I love traveling. Because I don't really have friends. It's just people I know and people that I hardly see and people that I literally hardly talk to. But I really appreciate the group of people that I have in my corner. I really appreciate you guys, whereby when we don't really talk every day, but and all of that, but I really take time out. I travel, solo travels in most cases. I take time out, sit with my loved ones, my family, go out with my mom. I just take time out whereby I just ignore messages. I do that. I just sit in my element. Okay, I recuperate, fresh air, go for experiences and all of that. I think that's how I really balance that. Then she continues to say, I'm really going through it this week, and anything and everything annoys me. It happens. When you've taken in so much, your cup is now empty because nothing is refilling. Nourished, and because sometimes even when something is not really a big thing, it tends to be magnified because of the situation it finds us in. Like everything is magnified and you just feel like you're literally being ticked off by everything. So taking time out to be able to come back in a good space where you're able to think and deal with situations as and when and in a good mind space. So you just find what resonates with your soul and your spirit, going out to the bush, traveling, cooking, baking, going out for an experience. People would go out for a groove once in a while, but I really can't. So the other one is, how has this year been and how's your mental? This year had hands. This year had hands. I've gone through betrayal. I've been stabbed in the back. And I'm not even saying there were every situation, you also play a role in that situation. I'm not going to be the person who's always pointing fingers at people and not wanting to take accountability for the role that I played in the situation. But I've experienced a lot of heartbreak this year. Going through situations that you really don't deserve, man. But why is this happening to me? But it's part of growth. Trials and tribulations you need to actually be grateful for, in as much as they're so hurtful, but that's how you grow as an individual. In as much as we say we don't care what people say and all of that, we are human at the end of the day. People say a lot about you, whereby you actually start to question yourself and your integrity and the person that you really are. I'm making kids because of what's been said and but I had to grow thick skin because a lot of people have a lot to say, man. Be it you're doing good or bad, there's just a whole lot. And if you're going to let that consume you and define you, then you're going to be in trouble. But I learned a lot this year. I've grown a lot this year. I've seen my people this year. Things happened and again they would never happen. I let go of a lot of people in my life. I was just it's for my peace, I'm outie. Man, a lot happened this year, and Tapelo got me going, believing in myself, and having serious and honest conversations with myself really helped, because you need to sit yourself down and be honest with yourself, self-introspection, do better as an individual, and how do you balance life, Mara? Work, church, and Bongoma, creating content, and obviously other private lives. Things you don't post. I'm struggling to hate. It's a lot. Like I said, it goes back to that response that I said to say, when you are given certain things, you are fully equipped to be able to manage with all the challenges that it comes with. You'll just see yourself managing and not even knowing or understanding how am I doing it. You will just see yourself flourishing and people asking, oh, Kwanayang, do you even have a love life? Do you even this, and that? But you see yourself really managing, and you're just with life, obviously you need to manage your time. With work, you don't need to bombard yourself. You need to take time out. I can't. Be gentle with yourself. Give yourself time to actually relax. Give yourself time out. Church also, balancing your spiritual life and botshelo hela ba botshelo is very important. Talking to God about your problems, balancing hearing sermons, church, you know, hearing sermons, creating content. Obviously, I do it as and when I can. I do not pressurize myself. That is why I will not solely call myself a content creator, because that's not the only thing that I do. But sometimes there was a time where I was literally battling because of content creation that was sponsored content, or content that was a collaboration, whereby there was times and dates that were literally assigned to those type of things, and I have to do certain things, and then balance. But you know, and yeah, private life I will not over divulge, because you don't, people don't need to know everything about you, and that needs to literally, you need to be able to balance yourself out. And it's okay for people to not know you like that also, and not know everything about you, you know. It really frustrates people when people don't really have a lot that they know about you, because that's when people start also making these weird assumptions to provoke emotion, to provoke you, and all of that. But it really shouldn't matter, right? I love your personality and I love you. Thank you so much. Ke batla go change letsogo with the lady I consult with, just to hear a different perspective, as dineo tsa lona di le different. Gale tlhatlhoba la kwata hotline tsa lona dia somewhere. I don't, because I think everybody needs to do what works for them. I mean, in as much as Gitusa, there are points whereby you can help until a certain point, and then that's where I end. And I will not even lie to myself and want to keep people all to myself, because also that's very frustrating, and you can't make everybody happy. So if there's somebody else that somebody can actually help them from then onwards, then it's really not a problem. I feel like I will be cheating on her because she has helped me a lot. Oh, Tusite, but that does not mean how look spetlelo for delay, how discharge you bathroom or appointment or work in a shop. You see, mostly I'm around, but it would be really unfortunate. Mostly I'm around, but it would really be unfortunate for somebody who has to actually, I think most of my patients come from like not around, they literally from out of town. So Aganya Hela, you are coming for a consultation and you're hoping that you find me, and you only find my initiates. And then you don't get to see me, and having traveled that long, far and wide, or whatever the case may be. So if it's that kind of situation, then it's better to actually set an appointment to make sure that the day you come, I'm around. But some days the walk-ins let on us about that, especially if you are around, so you can take the disappointment of not finding me here. Who taught you the church drum, and how old were you when you learned it? No one taught me. I think I was in preparatory school. I was Boma 7, 8. One day, I just took the drum and I started giving it up drama, and just went to the rhythm. It just came. Nobody taught me. Yeah, nobody taught me. Okay, Stoko Saka, your face showed how exhausted and fatigued you are. Yo, Shem. These past few months have been rough, with a capital R. Yeah, I've been very tired. I think even recently, one of my initiates were like, yo, you even have eye bags, like dark patches around your eyes. It's been very hectic. You know, when you don't want to disappoint, but you need to keep pushing because you need to get the job done. So yeah, no, this past few weeks I was a mess. Please make time to rest. I really tried this past few days. Lastly, please learn to guard your heart even when you wear it on your sleeves. Man, what I heard. And patience will hurt you also. You'll help people that will throw dirt on your name. Initiates will hurt you as well. I loved what Maweni said when they were talking about the passing of Gogo Matamba. I'm not even gonna go into it. I have nothing to do with it. I don't even have a say about that. But I loved it when she said, you can't always take side ya Mathosana because hey, Mathosana batla go kgogontsha monna. You'll go through a lot. Batla go hurt. Like, you'd be a good person to people that tomorrow can turn around and say, I didn't ask you. And they'll be telling the truth. But all you need to do is just you remain in your element of doing what you're called for, because badimo ne ba itse the challenges and that you are the right person to do that. So everything is a learning curve. But anyways, she continued to say, this doesn't mean you stop being a giver, helper that you are. Sometimes our expectations break us. So give help without expectation. Oh, thank you so much. I think I know who this is. This is Kopano. Definitely. Other questions are really so unnecessary, guys. So I started watching your YouTube recently. I'm a new subscriber. I watched that video Amogeti and that part Moholendi Pala. I just started crying for no reason, Clay. They touched my soul, man. Thank you for sharing such content with us. It's only my pleasure, guys. It's only my pleasure. And I'm really grateful that Leto is literally living its purpose. Maba pila bantu, maba pola bantu. Definitely get Leto this thing. Mamela here, I just want you to know that I love you wholeheartedly. My cupcake, please keep on being my light in my life, being the light in my life. Danko is thank you. Oh, that is so sweet. Listen, that is a very beautiful message. And recently, I just got a message, Jorge, I have a parcel that's been delivered to a pep store near me. And I'm just like, okay, did one of my patients return Duashotaka or something? And then I was like, and then I posted on Instagram to ask who was it from. And it's from one of my later nights, you know. That is really cute, but I'm really not too excited as yet. I'm joking, guys. You know, it's not. Not that I live for validation, but it's nice to get feedback and people telling you how much you have actually helped them through a situation. I get a lot of messages where people are like, you know, I was lost, I didn't understand my journey, and now I'm in my journey because of Leto. Now I understand it better because I didn't really have the guidance and I didn't really understand what was going on. That brings me so much peace, because then it means really Leto is living its purpose. And then this one says, I'm here to support you. Thank you so much, guys. 5,000 plus of you. Guys, how does I go 10K when I'm throwing a pot? I'm joking. To do it. The other one said, hey sis K, what is the one thing you would have loved to follow if you what in of career of money, or your gift did not stand in your way? Okay, what I don't really think my gift stood in my way in terms of the career that I wanted to follow, because I was able to go to school in as much as it was difficult, right? I had school because that was during my era or my phase ya go twasa. Initially I wanted to be a mechanical engineer, but certain things happened because of falling out, being sick. Then we lost a teacher, and then I was like, hey, this is not gonna work. But also I really loved media, and I got to go to a media school, and that really worked perfectly well. My dreams of studying abroad came true. I went abroad. It's unfortunate that the time that I wanted to spend there was cut short because I had to come back to train, because obviously we plan but God decides. So I wouldn't really say they've robbed me of my career, because they gave me an opportunity. Because sometimes when they are stubborn, they don't believe in going to school. That is why you really need to do some research, because and that's that. But you need to communicate. You know, le communication gore re tshela mo botshelong bo eleng gore go tlhokega tšhelete e tlhoka mmereko tlhoka sekolo, right? That is why I tell my initiates that don't make bongaka your career, in as much as some of them ba ka tlhoka gore ba berekele or whatever the case may be. If most of my initiates were here and they're still studying, some of them are still in school, and I do not say don't go to school, because I went to school. I can't literally want to say Oscar tsena skolo badimo batlile now wa go tshela kaeng, because we are living in hard times that really need education. So yes, I'm really hoping this is still recording because I'm using my back camera. Somebody said, how khonne modimo go feile matla ke kopa o reke camera. Oh guys, my birthday is coming up. Surprising. I'm joking. So I really do hope it's still recording, because that would really be a bummer. What type of legacy do you think you're leaving behind? A legacy of following regardless of my age, and trusting and believing, and as a person and individual. I'm not doing things for cloud, to be seen or to be validated, but who I am, and being honest in who I really am and what I live for and who I carry, which are people that are literally asking not to be forgotten, and how I do things, man. You know, a re tlhompheng bongaka re le basha, a re tlhompheng bongaka re le basha. Ra itse re romilwe ka bonnyane. It's unfortunate on the outcome of events and certain things. Bongaka ne le dio tsa batho ba batona ba ba setse ba feditse ka botshelo, ba ba sa tlhokeng go ikilela mo dilong tse dintsi. Like, wena o filwe bongaka ka bonnyane, o santse o tletse, it's still confusing. You are going there and there, but a legacy of being ngaka at a young age, but still not saying I'm perfect and you won't be seeing me anywhere, but o dire dilo tsa gago ka seriti, o tlhomphege, o nne le seriti, o tlhomphe le sedimo sa gago and le seriti sa gago. I understand. So yeah, okay, nkaya vacation for 40 days and 40 nights. Ke sure le wena wa e tlhoka, ma'am. I just want to go to a safari in the bush, you know, wake up to elephants, listen, game drives, the big five, waterfalls, great things. Wa tlhaloganya gape go thosisa go leka motho, mare ke tsa gore re lela re tswela pele re di ambulance ga gona ka mogomong. Hey Oscar Nebatung, I've been waiting for Gogolanga's homecoming. I don't know if I missed it or what. I feel like I want to attend that one. Okay guys, like I've said with Gogo no Matemba's one, Gogolanga's homecoming will still be coming. You will know about it, and if you want to attend one of the events, Dintwas and all of that, when I talk about it, anybody is welcome. Let's get like abo here you are able to come and celebrate with us, be here and see how things are done. Come and meet us in person, come and celebrate and see things in person, right? You can. But cool. I never saw you, Mkulu. You have no idea. Every morning when I wake up, I go straight to your post. You give me strength to face the new day. For that, thank you very much. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Your prayers take me a long way, guys. I'm always perfect. Everything I post about is all like namaste, kumbaya, let's hold hands. I'm human. Please understand that. If you're going to see me somewhere else, I would not do dilo patlalatsa hela, but before you comment or have a lot to say about me as an individual, please understand that I'm human before anything else. I'm not going to do those next week, but I'm human. No. But you understand. But thank you so much for your love. Thank you for the prayers. They keep me going. You have no idea. You would faint. Please! I just want to cry when somebody says that, because I take what I do very seriously. That is why I would not just take everyone who comes to my doorstep and say because I have to give up a lot of things to make sure that I do things accordingly and according to the book and as and when they should happen, right? I hope you're doing good. Mwah. I am. Thank you so much. Kamuhawa Mudim. Alright, it's always a good time when you're around. Thank you so much. Can you feel or see a shadow of an ancestor? Hey, I don't know. That is very tricky. You can feel a presence, yes. Muruti, siriti. Hey, I don't know. I don't know if that's a good thing, but it would depend on the vibe you're getting. If then you know that. But if you're still calm even when you're seeing it, then I think so I wouldn't really know. Guys, y'all are weird. Do you like anyone? Who are you talking to? Guys, let's go. Sis, I'm not well at all. I just wish I could die right now, but I have 2 beautiful daughters to take care of. Moyeng Hakia, Pela, Hauhang, Kekopa Ditapelo, please. Sis, please hold on. Please hold on. Sometimes we are at different stages of our lives, and if anything, please hold on. Itapedisa, be patient. Go consult. Listen to your intuition, give your ancestors fale modimo sebaka gore a bereke ka wena. But if taking your life, it's not the one. It is definitely not the one. Dumelang Oscar, as a spiritually gifted 17-year-old teenager who suffers from dilo tsa badimo and still can't get help from anyone who I went to seek help to, what advice would you give, please? Because hope is gone. 17 years old, you're still under your parents. You need to talk to your parents. They need to take you to a place to consult. If not, khofemba, and then you take it from there. Speak to your guides. I don't normally say how long wanna at that age. Just go uye phehlweni. In such cases, we really try to give you time. Can you do it at a later stage? Because obviously you're still at school, and sometimes it's very difficult to balance the two. When they've reached a time whereby they feel like, no, we don't listen, more time now. So it's important that you go through this journey with supportive parents. Go and consult with your parents, pray so that you're guided and know how to go about your journey. Don't just vumbuga and go somewhere else, because it will be a very long journey for you. Tobela Gogo, how can I make my stringer show up and talk to me instead of always having to consult? Please pray a lot. Pray a lot, and also, and ask for guidance. How are things going? Joy, all good, thank you. Does it ever get easy? From the guides, even after doing things you're asked to do. That is why I say you need to understand Itlozilako, because you understand that this was somebody. So sometimes the way they were living, the way they passed away, the way the traumas they've incurred and all of that. Sometimes maybe if you go from a trance, you understand that your body, or you feel like your body is, so sometimes you also need to actually understand why and ask, why are you experiencing that? Is it possible, let's say, but parents got married marawan, to go and do ditiro tsa badimo from the parent asa tlhabisang? Like, both sides have bongoma le bopostola. I don't think I understand that question. My parents always talk about you in a good way. Aww. But and then I suddenly got scared because I thought someone was about to touch me from behind. How do you get used to such visits? Out of body experiences. I think you need to talk to them in a way and ask them that they don't come in a way that overwhelms you or scares you, right? Obviously, when you pray in a certain time, you could feel the presence, especially getting a gozabadimo, but you eventually get used to it. Somebody sent me a message and says, do the badimos choose for you where you have to go? That was the funniest thing I've read that day, but I understood the question, because I see a lot of people seeing Bogogo Jabu and all of that and seeing it like it's a fun thing to do, guys. And yes, your ancestors need to show you where you need to go. Don't mean to be rude. I'm sure okay. How can one work on their patience when God and your ancestors keep showing the same thing in the spiritual world, and yet in the physical world it seems to be taking time to come to life? How can I be patient and not lose hope and faith whilst I wait? Be patient with yourself, pray, wait, and grow. Alright, okay. Let me be off topic. No questions from me. Mkulu just wanted to say content ya khale to khali. Hey, sisi ke re ke ngena matla ena le bophelo. One day ke rata go ka ya go go utlwa lentswe live. Re leboga mkhulu modimo a go boloke a go okeletse. Thank you so much. Okay, cool. I think I read this. Natla, I don't really have questions regarding spiritual things, even though I have a gift, because I'm not sure which ancestors gave me the gift. Father side or mother side, I'm really not sure. I will just ask the question the day I find out. Sis K. Stay blessed. Thank you. Oscar ne ke imetse dilo tsa ka ga di tsamae sentle go thata ga ke itse gore go tla siama leng, and I have a 2-year-old o tshwanetseng ke mo tlhokomele. Sometimes I feel like ke morwalo fela. Stay the course. Modimo tla go nesetsa pula ka nako e beileng. Thokoza mkhulu, I pray you are well. Do you recommend go femba, and at what point of your life do you think it's good to go femba? Thank you. I recommend go femba when you've literally gone through everything and you just don't understand. Okay, or I don't seem to understand what the problem is, or something. and you understand that not everybody can femba, and not everybody onang le mundao o kgona go femba, right? There are certain individuals that can and some that cannot do it. So you do it when you feel like you've exhausted everything. Also the consultation, you've done everything. So haba go femba, they will catch the spirits, the pokozo tsa mangatsa, or whatever the case may be, so that le kgone go ipuela self, so that you can have a conversation with it and understand what is going on, or in-depth understanding of your situation, or if there's any problem that is causing problems, or anything that is not going well, or if there are things that are going well. There's consultations is not always about things going bad in your life, you know. You can go consult and things are just great, you know. That's that. And is it good khofemba? Yes, but it comes more expensive than a normal consultation because it's exhausting and it takes a lot of energy to do. So yeah, I do recommend ukfemba. For a quick resolution, I'm 15 years old and spiritually gifted. I've known that since I was a little girl. Your channel, posts, podcasts keep me going, even though I lose hope sometimes. And I honestly think you deserve an award. May God and your ancestors keep blessing you. Thank you so much. I don't want to laugh, mara some people's questions. Monna. Thokozani mkhulu, ke kopa dithapelo. The past 2 years have been hectic and I'm so drained spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. I've lost hope ya gore ke tla lokela one day. At some point, I even thought I have depression. I think this is one person I've been praying for since I saw this comment. But like I said, Modimo tla go nesetsa pula ka nako e beilweng. I think it's easier said than done, yes. But be patient with yourself and understand your journey. Sometimes you know, sometimes because you're expecting a certain outcome, but that's not the case. So stay the course, kuzolunga. I should take you out on a movie date. Okay, ngiyabonga. Why ancestors who aren't educated are against going to school? I think I did talk about that earlier. On that other response, obviously I can't agree with what I don't know. But it's a thing you need to communicate with them and see reason and their understanding. Replying to your reply about not sure if I understand, wanted to ask, is it possible to go twasa for baholo from your dad's side, even that they yes, you need to understand that otsalo from your mom and your dad, and your ancestors don't even care gore a papa o ntshitse lobola for you or not, but ke badimo ba gagwe at the end of the day. I may be wrong for this, I stay to be corrected, but I've seen situations where motho ana le badimo ba go ga bo papa gagwe, yet a sa direlwa sentle. O gitlhele that's why go tse dimo sa go ga bo papa gago ga sa itumela, tshwantse re go direlwa tiro, and then you can actually carry on. It mostly happens with boys because they carry the surname. But anyways, the pains are lower back and shoulders or headache more than 2 days. Do they ever get easy or stop once or twice? They should. You just need to understand why it happens and trying to follow. Yeah, there was a video of Gogo Jabu when she spoke about the lower back pains. What's the worst spiritual experience you've ever had? Oh my god, guys, I've had a few. But top 3 should be Maute. You're having to go over mountains Kamautu for hours, right? Sleeping go Mahacheng and having to go Mahacheng deep winter and having to go Maharachaleta. Yo, that was traumatic. The second one was in Tosoyam. That was a trauma site. Like, that was a horror movie on its own. I don't even want to talk about it, but it was a very horrible experience. Yeah, but I'm really grateful that I've grown and outgrown and forgiven. And yeah. And Mozambique. Very difficult, very traumatic. Wow. Shoo, what are the rewards of being a spiritual person? The rewards of being a spiritual person is able to see gore o dirang. If you are given hodisa, if hodisa hodirecha, then I think that's a reward. If hodisa hola and seeing what you're really doing spiritually, and if you're growing with it and being able to do things in the spiritual realm that actually help people for the longest of time, that brings me so much happiness and peace and literally just thriving when it's your time and you've done all that was requested from you the best, and not having korte and catching all these other things. Please differentiate between bongaka le sporofeto. I think if you watch my other videos, you'd understand gore bongaka obviously it's about bomadlozi, dibudiroiskete, dibaga, and sometimes sporofeto sena le dibaga le bomaphetane and all of that. But obviously bongaka is more about madlozi and porofeta is more about manyeloi, diporofeto, masela, Nazareta, you know. What are some of the most significant spiritual experiences you've had? Being able to go femba, yeah, that was mind-blowing. And other things that I would really not talk about here because the aim is not to boast. The enemy study unnecessary, because some people are watching Leto with bad intentions. Some people are watching Leto to get the loopholes and want to use them against me. Some people are watching to actually catch me sleeping. And then babang sharp. So yeah, you will not find me sleeping. I will not overshare. And everything that I say out here, I'm very well sober. And I know everything I show, I want you to see. Nothing that is out here is a secret. So I choose what I want to show people and tell people, right? So yeah. When you're gifted, does everything have to go bad for you in your life? I think I've answered that in my previous answer. You just need to do what you're asked to do. And if you do it, simply, your life will be perfect. You'll be okay. There's no perfect life, but obviously, what are the chances of you not answering your gift? Not knowing about it. That is a chance. And yeah, not knowing about it, understanding it, and yeah. Can I get a clear scope of Saporofeto? Please go listen to my podcast and watch other later videos. How do you feel about life and death? I don't know how I'm supposed to say that, but life is worth living, and obviously death, I really wouldn't really say much about it, but I don't see anybody excited about going to die, but I don't know. Sleep paralysis, sometimes ke bo dikgateledi tse di romelwang, nako nngwe ke dio tse di dirwang ke batho, nako nngwe ke dithokolosi because of houses that are not cleansed, or dijarata tse di sa berekiwang tse di senang seriti. Sometimes it's depression that actually happens when you are literally depressed because your mind starts making up things. You know, everything is just like a war zone, so it really depends. What advice would you give somebody who's about to embark on their journey without knowing where to start? Please do research. Be ready for anything and everything. Don't have any expectations. Allow yourself to go through the process. Learn as much as you can. And yeah, be guided. Allow your ancestors to guide you, please. If someone has his tunya sides, yabo men also bongaka from their dad's side, but asabaiti wirayang. We are patla, you go consult, you talk to your guides, because if you're gifted and if you are spiritually gifted or une calling, your guides will have to guide you, because appealing. So obviously how to activate it, you'll need to get instructions from them. Yeah. Wow. A spiritual question. Do you think looks matter more than personality, guys? Really? What was the toughest reality check you had to face? And accepting that I can't really do things on my terms, right? Not all the time. I need to allow myself to be guided. Not everything will go my way, especially because I'm a Gobela, I'm a Porofeta. You know, people cage you and label you and want you to stay there. You can't be doing certain things because it contradicts. So the reality of accepting and having to balance my life out and act accordingly and try and merge with that. Sometimes you feel like you're ngiboshiwe, but we make it work. What kind of person are you, like personality wise? I know that you're a nice person, but please explain yourself more. I think there's something that I can talk to about in my other channel. Are you considerate of people's feelings even though they did you bad? Yes. I think you can actually, yeah. I've forgiven people that didn't really deserve my forgiveness. Vice versa, I'm also human. I do people bad that I really think they should forgive me even though they don't see the need. So, ke botshelo. Sorry to be off topic. Please pray for us for the report will be out on the 12th of December, a day after my birthday. But baby, did you study? Because there's no use in praying after you know that you wrote exams without studying. So at least if you studied and prayed and wrote and still pray for the results to come back positive, prayer always wins true. I'm an extrovert and I'm an ambivert. What? Did I say that right? Anyways, we keep moving. What advice would you give a person who's ready to take the journey of being a Sangoma prophet, but his or her parents don't agree? Listen, you need your parents in this journey because ke bona ba tshwanetse gore ba go tsenya ko lefetlhong, ke bona ba tshwanetse gore ba go phatlhele, ke bona ba tshwanetse gore ba go fe di-blessings gore dilo tsa gago di tsamaye sentle because you understand that o tsamaya ka sedimo sa kwa ga bo papa, o tsamaya ka sedimo sa kwa ga bo mama. So in order for things to happen sentle, they need to be there. So it's a thing of sitting them down and making them understand gore go thata ya leje because pain e utlwiwa ke wena, right? And goes to say even though they patla and stuff like that, hey, it's a thing you need to sit down and talk to them about. If you have shown candles that you have to use, do you have to buy them immediately or you have to wait for 2 months to get a confirmation from your ancestors? Listen, I don't think there's a train smash with praying. What's the worst that can happen with praying, right? Yes, if you're shown, you can pray with them and see why you need to pray with them and if they are not bad candles and if you are not doing a bad thing, but also you can still wait for confirmation or even pray about it so that it's, you know, revealed to you or confirmed to you. Is it possible to twasa for 2 months? Yo, hey, I don't know. I think it just depends on your ancestors, but I've never heard of somebody who twas in 2 months and seen them rather. I've heard stories. I've never seen them. Especially if you have both, because go na le badimo ba metsi, go na le boporofeta, go na le badimo ba manguni. So if you have all three or if you have two, you can't obviously do that in a space of 2 months because you still need to understand letlotsi la gago, tlhaloganya badimo ba gago, o ba itse gore ba tla yang, learn bodithakazelo, learn bodithlatlobo, learn how to do certain things. So 2 months is actually a very short time for all of that to happen. So I really doubt. Because in and out, I'm so scared. It's unfortunate, my doll. I really appreciate you. I love and appreciate you too. Oh, guys, I'm so tired. At one point, but I've been talking. Being a Gobela seems hard. What would you say helps you ground yourself and reconnect to QnA the person? Great. This is the last question. Being a Gobela is hard, you know, on its own. I've seen it with my mom, the challenges that people put you through, fellow Gobelas around, other dingaka, the competition that comes with it. It's really unfortunate that dingaka dia kopana fela when they would never, you really find dingaka di kopana the greater good, you know. But when there's caucus, when there's turmoil, or that's when people want to work together. I really don't understand. That's what I've realized in my years of being a healer. But if you're really doing well, focusing on your life, you'll always be seen as, some people will see you as competition. Some of them will see you as a threat. Your fellow mkulus or initiates or even fellow, you know, your colleagues. But being a Gobela in training is also difficult because, like I said, so a lot of people that were healers were old people and know that my life is done, I've did it all, I've done, you know. But we are going into a phase where you're still experiencing life, you're still trying to figure your life out, private life and all of that. You now need to balance. You're dealing with bana ba batho. You need to make sure that you're in a good space. You're training. Some of them so it's very challenging because you're dealing with different personalities And I think I've answered this question in my previous questions, but it keeps popping. You're dealing with egos, you're dealing with people, Baba sa tlhaloganyeng sedimo, people have no idea whatsoever of idlozi. So it's draining, you know, mentally, emotionally, physically, because also you feel their pain. Because you are not just born, then you are a Gobela. You also remember your journey, but the journey never ends. You always have to be here. You need to balance time. You need to sacrifice certain things. Obviously, you need to stay away from certain things. I for one impande to how to assist, I can't go to funerals, because body fifi and the whole thing that needs to happen after the whole process. It's a very long admin process. So it's a lot, because sometimes you know, and you just need to keep it going. Sometimes you're dealing with difficult initiates. Some of them don't even deserve your kindness, even after that, the aftermath of everything. So it's a lot. It really is a lot. But like I've said, if you're given something, you're fully equipped to be able to manage and handle every challenge that comes with it. And obviously, we grow from all the situations we come across. It's beautiful when you see them grow. It's beautiful when you see them tap into what they are called for. It's beautiful to see them transition and grow. But everything has its bad and good. Positives, we will stay here. And I'm not going to sit here and say I'm the best to do it. Oh my God, I found the formula. I'm still learning as and when I go. It's been years doing it, but you keep learning from each and every individual that you initiate or you train. But being a Gobela is not easy. You have to sacrifice. It's emotionally draining. It's texting. It's taxing. Kore lwena hela, your energy, your power, your might, it challenges you also as an individual. It puts you on the spot most times. It challenges you, man. You know, it puts you to the test. Every day is every day. Every day is compulsory. So it's not easy. And how does it keep me to ground and connecting with QnA as a person? A lot of people know me as Mkhulu Bongani. A lot of people know me as Baba Bongani, right? I'm a very bubbly and open person, but also it depends on the person that you are. But I'm very straightforward. I call a spade. But a lot of people don't really have not taken time, or rather, I would not say a lot of people around the church setup, boom, and the setup, our fellow initiates, boom, they don't really know me as an individual, whereby like I'm in my element. They might say they have an idea, but obviously Bongani and QnA is two different people. We have similarities here and there because we don't take nonsense. Yes, very outspoken, but you know your boundaries and you know. But I try and balance gore. Obviously, I'm young. You have initiates by long they're older and you have to respect them, also address them accordingly with respect and all of that. We go simple, talk to them simple, train them simple, and but obviously I wouldn't want people who and forget the reason why they're here, right? So we balance that out, and I don't really see the need why people need to know me like that, as QnA like that, because people battle school and they leave. It would depend if we actually have a relationship, which is very rare that I have a relationship with initiates on what. It's really bale, but it's not on a bestie vibe. You know, we also draw boundaries and we know when to stop, what to say when, and how to go about things. But yeah, it's an odd few. I wouldn't even count to 3. But they fully know who I am, the kind of person that I am, and before judging me as Bongani and saying this is who you are, because obviously we are always in an environment or setup. I'm your trainer, I'm your Gobela, I'm your Mkulu, and we maintain the respect and do what needs to be done and act accordingly. So yeah, some of them would get to see hale, but but in most cases my family knows me, and people that maybe are family friends close by hale, but I spend most of my time alone. I travel alone and all of that. But I think I've answered the question, if not being too vague and TMI. But anyways, thank you so much for the love. Thank you for the support. Please do not skip ads. Please do continue supporting Leto. Great things are coming. I know I've been saying this for quite some time, but you guys have been seeing challenges here and there. I'm working on the merch. I'm super tired. I just need some time out, like where I'm not thinking about a lot. It's been a very long year. We're gonna start again next year. Hopefully we'll be coming back with a bang, you know. Great things coming up for Leto, doing bigger, better things, and expanding Leto in a beautiful way. In a beautiful way. And yeah, thank you so much for Lerato, guys, the support and everything, man. And if you made it until here, it's been a very long video. Please just leave a heart, like, share, and subscribe. And please don't forget to follow my other channel. I think I'm going to be literally recording a lot of content now because it's December, holidays, traveling, more experiences, spending time with loved ones. And yeah, we're almost close to 1,000 followers at that side. So please, subscribers, please just go and do best. You can just follow and just not even watch if you don't want to. But watch time or just let it even play in the background. But TV Wi-Fi. Thank you so much for using your data. I know we are living in hard times. Mathata. Please stay the course. Whatever season you might find yourself in, stay the course. But it does not stop the rain. So you will get through the storm. The storm will pass and the sun will come out and you'll be okay. Everything is seasonal, you know. We all go through trials and tribulations, but we focus on the good and keep going and actually pray for better. Definitely see you on the flip.